connection test. Magicbox 2.0, 3.0, EliteBox 4.0. Use this for quite a while. This has been very reliable connection to Apple CarPlay, and then all the other features, video streaming through the native interface has been great. I mean, it's not the quickest. There's a slight lag, but it's, I mean, very usable. So I just want to show you how quickly it connects to Apple CarPlay. This is Magicbox 2.0. Connected. A sec to boot in. So connects right away. Loading CarPlay. Boom, we're in. Seamless. Connection is stable, meaning I'm driving around, I'm using Apple CarPlay, it doesn't drop off. I can switch back into the native interface. Right here, do what I got to do here if I want to stream some apps via the Android interface. This has been great since I've had it. So Magicbox 3.0 dropped, and I was like, all right, I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to switch over to that now. That has been not the best. That's saying it nicely. Not nearly as seamless as an experience using Apple CarPlay. All the other features, through the Android interface, through the Magicbox Android interface, work fine. Can't knock it for that. It is quicker and more responsive, but I need Apple CarPlay to work for my use case, and it's trash. And I don't know if it's firmware, I don't know if it's hardware. So here, it will load it up. I've already had it set up to boot into Apple CarPlay, and you'll see it just kind of tries to connect, sometimes for 5-10 minutes, never connects. Sometimes it will, but the connection will fall off, so I'll disconnect from Apple CarPlay. I don't know what the issue is. So you'll see here, it boots into Apple CarPlay, and it just does this. Yeah, this is super annoying. And I'm not editing because I want you to see how long this takes to eventually just basically time out. It doesn't connect, or sometimes it might, but this is already too long. This is already like yeah, and it didn't connect. So this is what I mean. I don't know what the issue is with the 3.0. Now going into the native interface, this is great. It is more responsive, a little bit less laggy than 2.0. This experience is great. I can't knock it. You have the option for the SIM now, which I actually did get the SIM. That works great because you don't have to use your phone as a hotspot anymore. If you have a hotspot, you don't have to use it. You can just get the SIM. If you have that option, obviously you have to pay for it, but it's a nice option to have. They kind of redid the UI a little bit, but yeah, this is great. I love it. But if you're gonna use Apple CarPlay, again, I can't speak for Android Auto because I use an iPhone, but the CarPlay experience is trash. So I don't know. They sent an update. I was in communication with customer service. They told me to reset it, to do the update. I've done all the troubleshooting they provided, and it still hasn't fixed the issue. So got so frustrated, I decided to try the EliteBox 4.0. So far, this is the best of the bunch. EliteBox 4.0, it uses, I want to say, the same Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, but it's a little bit higher clock speed. So it's slightly faster than what 3.0 comes with, and has all the same hardware in terms of storage space and all that. Android interface for the native UI. And so I wanted to give this a shot. So let's hook this up. And so far, it's been much better. Plug it in. It'll take a second to boot up. The interface is different than the Magicbox devices, but just as intuitive, in my opinion. If you are comfortable navigating an Android interface, you have an Android phone that you use, is very similar on these devices. So, boot up screen. Give your green accept. And I've already kind of set this to boot into Apple CarPlay, so it'll take a sec, but it should load the app. There it goes. It'll go to please connect. It should connect. And we're in. So I haven't had any issues. I mean, it's just as seamless as the 2.0. I've tested this, I've driven around, it doesn't drop Apple CarPlay. It boots up like that every time. Solid connection, no problems. So if you use Apple CarPlay on one of these types of devices, EliteBox 4.0 is where it's at if you want the latest hardware, because EliteBox, like I said, has the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon CPU, same as a 3.0. It's just clocked a little faster, and then the same storage space, the same ability to use a SIM. As you can see on this one, I do have a SIM loaded into it, so it's running off the SIM. The interface here, like I said, is slightly different, but you still same functionality, same navigation, just as intuitive. Like I said, if you know Android, you know how to navigate this. It's great, no issues. So if you want the latest offering from these types of media streaming boxes for your car, I as of right now, the 4.0, EliteBox 4.0 is the way to go, in my opinion. 3.0, they got to fix Apple CarPlay.